What's going on, YouTube? It's Team N.A.S. right back at it again with the top 16 deck profile, the recent YCS that just passed, with my boy, the one, the only, Tyler!
Alright, what's up? What's going on, everybody? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I got top 16 at YCS Richmond with Tearlaments Horus. This is my second deck profile. I just wanted to get a chance to give my local community the chance to put out a deck profile that's got some back into it, so then we can start getting everyone up to the top. And once we all get to the top, we're all just going to be kings of the game, you know what I'm saying?
So in other words, get your game on.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well, if we're going to get our game on, let's rev it up with the deck profile, shall we?
High five the sky.
High five the sky, everything. I'm feeling the flow. So we're going to start it. So we're going to start with the Tearlaments. We're playing Horus Tearlament, by the way. It's going to be Sheeran, Merly, Havness, 2 Rhino. 2 Rhino because it's not a 1-card starter anymore, and if you open it, it's cool because it does other things like make Mud Dragon into Toad, and like certain situations where you've milled already, or your Mseti got Ash, and then if you mill it after that, you can go I've hit Rhino Scream a trillion times and I just win the game. And then 3 tier cash because it's 4 Havness. You want to play 4 Havness. It's just the best. It's the goats. Absolutely just throttling your opponent. So even if you go second in game 3, we're going to time, you can try and mash on your opponent really hard and win the game. And then we have the dangers. We've got 2 Nessie, 1 Mothman. Here, we're gonna push this aside. Put these up to the front. 2 Nessie, 1 Mothman. Obviously, if you want to check out the Bortle video as well, there's going to be different explanations and stuff. I'm going to try and go into other stuff in this deck profile as much as I can. Basically, someone asked me why I wasn't playing more dangers. The answer is, if I felt whenever I hit 2 Nessie, I was just kind of floundering. And I thought about playing 3 in a Moth, but then it was man, I like having Mud Dragon Garura just packaged in, but not necessarily my full combo. I put in this Unchained Soul of Shiyama. Originally, this was a 3rd Nibiru, I believe. It was either a 3rd Nibiru or
Meta-Noise.
Or Meta Noise. It was Meta Noise, yeah. And I didn't really like how Meta Noise was performing. I was chain blocking with Meta Noise a lot, and it was really cool, or I was sending with Kaleido Heart, but it just wasn't getting the job done. And then this card ended up winning me game 2 in the feature match because I couldn't get over their friggin' untargetable Yubel girl. So this card's really good because you can send it with you can send it with Kaleido Heart, or you can send Kaleido Heart to get it. If you hit a Scream and you hit this card, it's basically this card in a free search because you set Solik. And Triva Karma, if you open it, it's now not the giant brick in your hand until you make Dangerous. Speaking of Dangerous, here's the Destiny Heroes. Pretty self-explanatory in the deck because it makes level 6s to make Beatrice, and if you send these to Graveyard, it's a really crappy SP Little Knight. So if you're screwed, you're not necessarily screwed. You know what I'm saying? 2 Diviner of the Herald. I was playing 3 before. That's not great. This card getting hit off Zombie Vampire is really powerful, and being able to swerve between Baron and Beatrice is really strong. Obviously, it gets you to the Ishizus as well. Non-engine, I played 2 Nib. I talked about it in the Bortle video. There's not much else to explain about the 2 Nib. I wish I could play 3, but I can't break 40. The Ishizus, one of my friends who doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Trolled me because I didn't explain what these freaking cards did, so I'm just going to go through them really fast. These guys, when they're sent to the grave, you mill 5, and when these guys are in the grave, you get to shuffle back 3. It's really strong. These cards need to be forbidden. That's just something that needs to happen. If these cards get forbidden, then this deck that people consider a problem will finally start going away. Please keep that in mind. These cards are really a really big, powerful asset to us. We mill off Agido. If you don't stop us from milling off Agido or Kelbeck, sometimes we'll construct a chain that goes through Wave High King Caesar. It really makes the deck, which I lost to in top 16, who became the champion. And grats to Joey. He was the coolest guy I ever played against. But when that guy popped off and I hit an Agido, he ashed it, and all of a sudden it was lights out. But if I hit the Agido, it could have literally been anything. I was feeling pretty good until then.
Specifically Agido,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was playing against Rennick and before the tournament, and I hit Agido so many times his head was spinning. That card's so powerful. It's just crazy powerful. For the Horus engine, I'm just gonna pull the whole thing out like I did in the other deck profile.
Best engine in the game.
I think this engine's all. I don't think it's the best engine in the game. I think it's the most high impact engine in the game for what I'm trying to do. I really like drawing a free card by dumping a guy. Like I love hitting like Imseti Mali and then like just going crazy after getting the free draw and going completely even on the cards. There was this one time today, in fact, where I Imseti dumped Mali and then drew a Guido, and then I King Sark dump a Guido, and I just went absolutely nuts, and I hadn't even used the Horus cards yet, and then I just used the Horus cards to make a zombie vampire to mill out more of my opponent's deck before making an SP Little Knight to get rid of their like best card. You play the 3 planets because they search Tearlaments, there's the terraforming, so now you have 4 planets. This card is absolutely insane. It's limited to 1 in every format except for TCG. We really need to deal with that somehow. Scream lets me mill 3. It's really strong. It literally made my opponent unable to get over a Redoer that they Book of Moon on effect, and I was like, wow. Just kind of won the game because exactly a weird interaction that I've never even imagined. Foolish Burial goods, which sends Speller Trap, and there's so many Speller Traps that you can send, which we'll get to more of them. And then Card Destruction. There's people who keep telling me they're like Card Destruction in 2023, and I'm like, dude, there was a card deck playing Card Destruction literally a week ago that was kicking ass. Like I don't know what anybody's problems are with Card Destruction, if there are any. That card literally is a blowout. I love seeing my opponent have 20 cards in the graveyard. And then I have Solix and Trivikarma. Trivikarma searches planet, so it's pretty good. And when it doesn't search planet, it searches Scream. It sucks in your hand, but Shiyama's a thing, and you can mill Shiyama, so you know it's all fine. And I started to realize that halfway through the tournament. I really am kind of a jokester. I'm going to reveal the first card first, and you guys are going to stop asking me what my 15th card in my extra deck is. It's Baron de Fleur. It's not Abyss Dweller. It's Baron de Fleur. This is Baron de Fleur. Say hello to Baron de Fleur. This is the strongest card in the deck. Next to Totally Awesome. One of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards. One of my teammates' favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Then for the Link monsters, we have Cross Sheep, SP Little Knight, and Sprend. I really wish I could run IP. I really wish I could run like what's his face? There's another Link monster that was like in my head. Appaloosa for a while. There's so many Link monsters I wish I could run. Dark. There he is. Dark. But I just don't have the space. I think I solved the extra deck like as best as I can. Unless I get rid of the Destiny Hero package, then maybe I can make another spot. But I really don't want to get rid of those cards. They are high impact when they go off. In 2023, crazy. Kaleidoheart, Dragostapelia, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Garura, and Dangerous are my fusions. This is the correct answer. If you're playing King of the Swamp, then you're an absolute beast. You're a better player than I am. You're braver than I am. I don't know how you make room for it. Probably cutting this guy. What are your Destiny Heroes doing? Why aren't you making Beatrice? Speaking of, there's the best card in the deck. Time Thief Redoer, which actually has been kicking me in the nuts lately. It's not been doing as good as it usually does, but like, damn, does it really resolve Sheeran like nobody's business. Zombie Vampire for your Horus cards. I was playing. If I can make room for Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, I would. The next card that I'm going to put down is the card that I'd probably cut if I was going to try and make room for another rank 8, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Typhon, this card makes Monadium into the buy. I played against 3 Monadium players, and every single time I summoned it, they went, oh shit. Like, I think that's a really big precedent to set, is that this card's like really powerful at like breaking the rest of their board after you've pushed through like half of it. And then they spend their entire turn just trying to out this fella, and then you just kind of win because you shuffle it away all of their Visa Starfrosts. And then I have Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome. These are the best cards. These are my favorite cards in the whole deck. That's the reason I play the Horus engine, because a Rhino Heart after the Horus engine gets ashed makes it a Totally Awesome. So like, you're not totally shit out of luck. If you have any other random extenders, the Bahamut Shark turns into an SP Little Knight, and SP Little Knight Toad is a very compact play when you're in a shitty situation. So there we go. There's these monsters. That's the extra deck.
I like the pun in there.
Oh, thank you.
Totally awesome when you're totally out of luck.
Oh yeah, we are totally out of luck until an Omni Negate that sets their Prod of Prosperity, and then we banish half our extra deck and we barely survive. For the side deck, here's my back row hate. It's Heartbeat and Feather Duster. This card getting milled literally won me the feature match. And then we've got the thrust targets. Here's the thrusts. Here come the thrust targets. All of these fellas. And then we have terraforming, obviously. But like, Triple Tactics Talent really fucking came in clutch. Like this literally outed Chang Ying Baron Dispatter on its own after I was able to force out the Baron. I really made their whole situation like really messed up just by like taking a Chang Ying and then just like banishing my own Mudora. Super Polys, I sided these in once and I hit them once, and I think that they're amazing cards, but they just never came up. I also like faded a bunch of Rescue Ace players. I never played any, so like there's a precedent to be set that like this card would have really helped me against the Rescue Ace matchup, but I really just didn't see it. Xyz Encore, I took out Dwellers, I took out Noirs with this card, I took out like every single card that I hit with this card. The only person who I didn't take out when I activated this card was Chris LeBlanc, and it's because I opened 2 of these and then like 2 of these, and that was my hand or something like that. Or not 2 of these, it was like something else. I would never side this in against Pearly. Or not never, but not there. I didn't side it in. 2 of these, sorry. It's Droll Lockbird. I had 3 Droll Lockbird, best card in the deck. And then like, you know, I played this card, I play Volcanic Scattershot because like you can send this card off of Merly and it's a mandatory Chainlink 1, and I think that that's really valuable in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like being able to like simultaneous effects go on chain, construct your Chainlink, send the Scattershot with like whatever else you're sending for the turn. You could be making like a tier cache in the middle of the chain and really mess people up. I think that's cool. And that's my deck. I think I really did a good job. I'm really happy that I got to go. I really didn't think I'd make it past round 4. I'd like to go through a couple shout outs if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like it was a really humbling experience, but like when Bortle pulled up to try and get my deck profile, I was so nervous I couldn't really think of everyone. So like I'd like to write a big wrong my profile. Shout out my girlfriend Nicole. She's been helping me since Zoo format. Like I was sick to my stomach and like throwing up, and I had to go to work, so I took like a 3-hour nap, and she convinced my mom to go to a thing and get me all my Zodiac cards so then I could play for a whole year. And like that really, and like when I was messed up at UDS Vegas, she literally carried me to my Uber so I could go to a tournament. Like it means the world to me that she's been willing to support me even through all of this stuff. Like I've really tried my best. It's been 14 long, painful years of me playing this game, and for a very long time I didn't believe that I had it in me. I didn't have that dog in me, and for once the dog finally came out to play, you know, like. So, and then shout outs to everyone who went with me, like Rennick, you're right there, Blake, John, Gio, Lewis, everyone else. Matt, you were a fucking man. You were making sure that I was hydrated, you know. I couldn't thank you guys enough. Brian, Garrett, everyone, like, thank you so much. Shout outs to Team Unbreakable for giving me a home to come to and hone my skills. Like Joey, Nick, and like Brian and Bob, who've always considered me a mentor, to come to me for advice, which has done wonders for my like confidence. Like I've always had diminishing confidence issues, and I just felt like I finally took it to the next level for everyone that's ever tried to get advice from me, and like I've tried to impart advice to them. I want to shout out the best Edison player ever, Miguel, for watching me grind Omega in the War Room. Gotta mention the boys in the War Room. Want to see more shit and insane text from the War Room. Looking forward to it. I want to call the past, present, and future teams from far ago, like Jesse, Joey, Joe, Mario, Papito, even Jordan and Zach. You all believed in me when I believed that I was the man, and now I am the man. Thanks to Travis, Rain, Casey, Dom, Vlab, John Ram, Craig, Zeke, Alex, Tom's at Cool Comics, Sally at Dragons, every player at Locals, the Birches, Squirtle Squad, Chew Crew, Jeff, Jason, Albert, Brian, my pal Jay, who's got everything in the whole game. I wouldn't own a card in Locals without Jay Lizo. If he didn't get every single card in the game, remember to tag him. The people at Drury, like I work at the Drury Inn. If I didn't get that hotel for the night, like because of Drury and it was so cheap, I wouldn't have been able to get there. They make me feel like family, and it really makes everything feel real. My family, my brother, my sisters, Matthew, Grace, Sky, Eric, Noah, Dad, Jen, and even old Lori, you know, my mom, for rooting for me. And obviously Team N.A.S for filming a much calmer video for me, like making this YCS feel a little bit more real. Like it means a lot, guys. There's so many more people who've supported me over the years and cheered me on, and through the last few rounds of the tournament, I got messages from people I didn't even know would message me. Like it was incredible. I can even think of like others like Matt Flora or something, you know, like people I just didn't expect. And you know, it's possible. It's really possible for us to do it. So let's do it again.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. thank you for the awesome deck profile.
Yeah.
I hope to see you come up with some great appearances yet again in the upcoming YCS's, regionals, and even nationals.
Yeah, can't
We
wait.
look forward to it.
Now,
Looking
before
forward
we
to
finish it up, I got a couple questions.
Sure. Yeah.
so-
What do you want? What do you want to know?
So,
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure if you're in the whole buzz with all the YouTubers and stuff like that, but one guy that I watch, Cali Effect, actually shouted you out in one of his videos.
Cali effect.
Cali
Oh
Effect.
shit.
He said he talked with you at another, I think, regional or YCS before. Talked to you before, and then when you top 16, he was really proud of you. Mentioned you by name and everything.
Holy crap.
Yeah, shout out Cali Effect.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Cali Effect, sub to the channel.
Yeah, Cali effect. Sub to these guys. I mean, if you wanna talk at an event, let's hang out. Let's exchange.
So what's your
thankful.
what's your future plans for Yu-Gi-Oh?
I'm going to a Kissimmee regional. Like Chris LeBlanc and a bunch of other people asked me if I was going because they're like a bunch of people are going, and I was like, oh no, I don't know. And then my boss was like, you should do it, and I was like, my boss, I can't say no, right? I want to go to the Yu-Gi-Oh North American World Championship qualifiers and finally get that invite that world's invite that I've bubbled out of top 64 for. Got to be 5 years now. I've always wanted to travel. I want to see my friend Bob if I can. It means the world to me that I've finally gotten to prove that I got the stuff. So now I got to show it, right?
Yep.
Another feature match.
One more. Make it 2.
Maybe not with Tearlament, but if Tearlament's still around, you'll see me milling a Guido.
All right, one last question. I'll let you go.
Sure.
Do you think birds are the worst deck in the format?
No, I don't. Every flu player I destroyed. There was a nice guy. It was his first YCS. He was undefeated when he faced me. I played against him. Like I felt like my deck was sawing through butter. I think the deck's kind of neat, but it's not like what it was when Ishizu Tier was at full power and we were getting barrier statued. I'm just kind of activating planet and having a good time.
Yeah, it seems like they cut their 6 shifters down to 3 finally.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck birds.
Thank you guys.
Of course. Peace.